In Pompeii, Tom Hiddleston, amateur classicist, sees lessons for today. That's the headline from the New York Times, and it captures a surprising side of the actor many know as Loki from the Marvel films, or Jonathan Pine in The Night Manager, or a celebrated Shakespearean stage performer. But as Graham Boley reports from London, Hiddleston's passion for the classical world runs deep. He holds a classics degree from Pembroke College, Cambridge, where he earned a double first, the highest honors. His fascination began early. A trip to Pompeii at age 17 in 1998 left him struck by the plaster casts of victims, making the ancient disaster feel immediate. That experience propelled him toward Latin and Greek studies, and he still recites lines of Homer and Euripides in the original languages. Now Hiddleston brings that scholarly enthusiasm to a new 3-part National Geographic docuseries, Pompeii, Out of Time with Tom Hiddleston, which began streaming Thursday on Disney Plus and Hulu. In the series he appears as himself, a kind of time-travel detective moving between the ancient streets of Pompeii and nearby Herculaneum and the modern archaeological sites. He meets dramatized versions of historical Romans, learns how they lived, and explores how they faced, and in some cases survived, the catastrophic eruption of Mount Vesuvius in AD 79. The show blends on-location footage, expert commentary, and reenactments to uncover relatable human stories behind the tragedy. Professor Torsten Meissner, Hiddleston's director of studies in classics at Pembroke, recalls his exceptional command of ancient Greek and Latin, noting that his translation skills were at a very high level. Hiddleston himself says the classical world is the root of much of Western European civilization, its languages, politics, literature, art, and architecture, and that even America's founders drew on that heritage. He sees the lessons of Pompeii as timeless: how communities confront sudden catastrophe, how ordinary people react when their world collapses. The series aims to make those ancient lives feel as vivid and relevant as they did to a 17-year-old standing among the ruins decades ago. For viewers, it's a chance to see a familiar star step out of superhero fantasy and into the role of a curious historian, guided by genuine scholarship. That's the story from the New York Times. I'm your host, thanks for listening.